What is going on, guys? So this is actually my third tutorial on using the NeftyBlocks. In previous videos, we covered how to do a Nefty drop using NeftyBlocks, as well as in the last video, we covered how to use the blender function and why you would need to use it, what a blend is. So for this video, I actually want to show you guys how to use the super blender, why you would even need to use it, and what exactly a super blended NFT is. All right, so this is a Medium article that is posted by the NeftyBlocks team. I figured we could briefly scroll through it just to see what exactly a super blend is and why you might want to have one for your NFT project. All right, so basically this is a new feature called Super Blender, and the Super Blender contract is made very simple through the NeftyBlocks front end. And basically, this Super Blender contract adds a couple of key features. The first one being it is now possible to define a maximum amount of uses. So the maximum amount of blends no longer depends on the result template max supply. So that's pretty cool. Now there is basically an infinite amount of blends, right? So you don't have to sort of do the math and say, well, this is how much max supply I've set up for my template, so this is going to be the most in existence. It pretty much depends on your ingredients as to how many of that final NFT will be delivered. All right, so just like the original blends, a super blend configuration includes a list of ingredients that, when blended, will deliver a resulting NFT. So basically now you're able to select ingredients using two different filters, first being template and the second being template attribute value. So basically what that means is if you watched my previous video, I had two ingredients. In the video, I used a template of Morty and a template of Rick, and I mixed the two together. Those are my ingredients, and it resulted in an NFT Birdman. So that is what I used in my last video, and basically what you are now able to do with super blends is you can do the same sort of template mixing, but you can actually go outside of your collection, which is pretty cool, and you weren't able to do that in the normal Blends UI. And then on top of that, you can do specific attributes. So you can set up, like they have in this example here, rare or super rare as far as your rarity. That would be an attribute to the template, and Stone Age. So this is a Stone Age rare whatever. And based on that, it can be a requirement to do the super blend. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it and try this new feature out for ourselves. So just like in previous videos, the first thing that we're going to do is head over to where it says Super Blender RAM and make sure that we have enough mint capacity. So let's go ahead and just put 100 wax and deposit. All right, so now we're ready to create our super blend. As you can see, the UI is pretty simple. It looks very similar to the regular blend UI. You have the add result and the add ingredient button. Now, keep in mind, it says up here at the top, super blends are part of NeftyBlocks premium features. So if this is a feature that you could see yourself using in the future, after the Nefty token launches, there's probably going to be some sort of staking feature in which you're going to have to buy Nefty tokens and stake them if you want to have access to these type of features, because this is considered premium. But what we're basically going to do at this point is we're going to start by adding our result. So honestly, whatever you prefer to do, sometimes I start here at that ingredient, however you prefer to do it, but I like to, I think it actually is easier to start at result, and you can stick with your schema. I'm going to make Pickle Rick my template, odds 1, right? And 1 of 1 means that there's a 100% chance if you mix the ingredients that you will get a Pickle Rick minted on demand. So now I can add my first ingredient. I'm going to stick within all the same schema. First thing you want to do is by template, pick out your template. I'll start with the Morty template, right? Okay, you can do whatever amount you want. I'll just do 10. And then by attribute values, You don't really have to put anything in the display data if you don't want to. Schema is the same. And this is the amount of values allowed for this attribute. So I put 10, but I'm only going to put common, and I'm going to put loyalty. All right, and then I can click add. And that's my first ingredient. Now I want to do the same thing, but this time for my Rick. Click on Rick. And for allotted attributes, I'm only going to do 2 for Rick. Whoops. I forgot to do his attributes. So let's try that again. 2. And switch over to attribute values. And I'll put intellect. And I'll put rare. Okay, so those are the attribute values. Add. Again, this is just display data. You can put whatever you want. In this field, I'll just write pickle Rick equals Morty plus Rick and attributes. And max number of uses, you can leave it 0. That just means that you can do the blend as many times as you want to do it. And then you can just do the start date, obviously, for whatever you want. Doesn't matter. All right, now let's go ahead and hit create and give it a shot. See what happens. Anchor should pop up, or Wax Cloud Wallet, whatever one you're using. And as you can see, my blend was created. My Pickle Rick blend was created, and that is my first super blend. This is a new feature, like I said. There's plenty of ways you can play around with it, mess with it, to tailor it to suit your needs. I showed you how to use the attribute values, but you can also keep in mind you can also use templates from different schemas. That is an added feature, and you can also add different templates from different collections. So there's plenty of ways to play with this. I'm curious to see what people use this feature for. So that is it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.